pain keeping you from doing the things you love? Our guest this morning is an avid horseback rider, but pain kept her out of the saddle until she found relief that she needed at NeoGenix. We welcome Lena Stewart to the show. Lena, how are you doing?
I am doing it so super.
You had some major back pain, right?
I did.
Let's talk about this. How bad did it get?
It got so bad that I couldn't walk more than 10 feet without leaning against a fence or a wall or sitting down. And I couldn't stand for more than 2 minutes without sitting down.
Well, for most people, surgery becomes an option, but surgery was not an option for you. Why?
My father himself was a surgeon, and he had to have multiple back surgeries during his lifetime, which cut his career short. He eventually became an invalid because of all of it, and I knew that I did not want to have back surgery.
What really intrigued you?
The fact that it was non-surgical, be done in the office, good results. It was virtually painless. Physical therapy has been fabulous. I'm just really, really getting stronger every time. I can go out to the pasture and get him. I can bring him back in without stopping. I was having to stop and lean against a fence about every 10 feet. I can do that so much more easily now without having to stop and rest, and it's just fabulous.
High school and college sports were a lot of fun for our next guest, but it took such a toll on her body. A doctor said she needed a knee replacement at the age of 35. Carol Gainey thought she was too young for that, but the pain got worse and worse over the years. And Carol, when you heard the words knee replacement, what did you think?
Scary. I think it was going to be scary. I thought I was too young. And at that time, I don't think knee replacement surgery was as well, versed as it is now.
How bad was it for you?
In the last 10 years, I've got bone on bone. When this first started, I did not have bone on bone. It restricted me from walking up and down steps. I couldn't bend my knee. I couldn't get out of, you'd have to hold your knee to get it in and out. But, I had knee braces. 3 months ago, I had 3 weeks of not sleeping. And that's when I decided it was time to take my chances at something.
Someone referred to you to NeoGenix and Dr. Altizer.
Right.
You learned about stem cell therapy and their 5-step treatment process to become pain-free.
Right.
What made you willing to want to give that a try?
I got on the internet and did my research, and I was very impressed with Dr. Altizer's biography. And I just decided that I would go for a consultation. Once I got there, he is he's very thorough. He made you feel at home. He didn't pressure you. He just told you, here's what it is and here's what we need to do. And these folks are just awesome. Mm-hmm. They really are.
Walking, running, playing tennis, or playing golf can be extremely problematic, especially if you're suffering from joint pain. Well, that was the case for Stephen Hayes. He was suffering from joint pain until he found NeoGenix. 14 years, right? 14 years you're suffering with this pain. How bad did it get, sir?
I was told that I would need surgery on my right shoulder, and that on my left shoulder I would need steroid injections and physical therapy. I reached a point where I really couldn't even sleep at night. It didn't matter which way I turned, there was pain, so it would wake me up constantly. That was the single biggest problem, no sleep.
So Steve, you turned to normal injection, normal treatment that pretty much did not work for you. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, the steroid injections would last for a limited amount of time, and the pain would always come back. So it was either continue with ongoing injections, or you would reach a point where you would be in need of surgery. So I didn't want to do either one of those, frankly, and was looking for an alternative.
You find NeoGenix. How did that happen?
Well, I had known Dr. Altizer for years, and he's an expert in the field and probably the single most experienced physician in the area when it comes to stem cell injections. So that was an easy decision for me because I knew the right guy.
Our next guest this morning loves to run so much she averages about, check this out, 40 to 50 miles a week. So imagine how she felt when pain was in her Achilles and stopped her dead in her tracks. Luckily, Jana Spencer got game-changing stem cell therapy treatment at NeoGenix. We welcome Jana to the show. For the past 5 years, you suffer from Achilles pain. I know. What was that like?
It was just awful. When I woke up in the morning, it was hard. My first step out of bed, just just was painful and it hurt, and it just made running very uncomfortable.
So you wanted a treatment for your pain that was natural and that was absolutely permanent. That's when you began researching stem cell therapy. You actually were researching it.
That's right. I researched as much as possible because I wanted to make sure that I knew exactly what I was going in for. Dr. Altizer, he asked me not to run for a week, which was very hard. I took 3 days off, okay? And then
Say that again, you took what?
3 days off, and then against his suggestion, I started back again, and I couldn't believe how good I felt.
So how is the running going right now? Can you go ahead and hit 40, 50 miles a week?
I can. It's going fabulous. I mean, I'm blown away. I'm really amazed at how well the treatment has done.